First, we start with the story of a young man. He walked away from life as a drug dealer to become a six-figure player in the real estate game. Check this out.
I've already pretty much lived the lifestyle that you hear in the songs. I've been at clubs with bottles of champagne. I've had the big cars, flashy jewelry, etc., etc. We sold drugs every day of our life. We woke up to our phones ringing to customers. We went to sleep to our phones ringing to customers. It was a full-time job selling drugs. It was a full-time job carrying a gun.
This is Jermaine Morrison. At 26, he's taken his hustle from the streets to become a successful real estate entrepreneur.
How we grew up, we were comfortable with the street lifestyle. Like, I grew up around stories of my stepfather robbing people and selling drugs, and my friends and I, like, we would walk through town, we'd be playing basketball or just hanging out around town, and people would start asking us for drugs. Me and one of my boys back then, we had counted how much money that we actually could have made that day if we had drugs. My mom wasn't working on Blue at the time. My stepfather was more or less supporting us off of practically $1,500 a month. So me seeing what I could have made $200-300 a day, it just kind of clicked. I kind of started out just making enough to kind of feed myself and give myself a little of the extras, and then it becomes addictive. You make bigger goals for yourself. Eventually, $1,000 a day became a reality. Then, you know, I kind of got addicted to the money and addicted to the potential.
As his business grew, not even run-ins with the law stopped him.
I mean, there was a point in time where I was on parole in New York, I had an open charge in Jersey, I was on bail in Maryland, and I still was hustling, I still was selling drugs. And I wasn't scared, and I was quote-unquote cool with it.
Through a stringent work release program, he was introduced to the mortgage and real estate game. But the street hustle proved to be too strong, and it took some time for Jermaine to make up his mind that he had enough.
I think as far as like real estate is concerned, I think it's kind of the same thinking, the same formula for me, which is kind of what got me out of selling drugs, is that I knew my same thinking and my same ambition could get me elsewhere and get me better without the consequences. This is my new construction, and I just got a contract on it for $533,000. I've seen twice as much money doing real estate as I've had selling drugs with none of the consequences. I don't know if it's the end-all be-all for me, but I'm grateful for having this stepping stone from where I came from to where I am now. And, you know, I'm happy that I could be an example.
What we're looking at is what we call an intergenerational cycle. He's repeating what he learned. And what he learned is this is a way to get money. It never occurred to him to go get a job. And again, once he breaks that cycle, that intergenerational pattern, he begins to say, and he said it very clearly, I'm worth more than that. I don't have to go to jail. I don't have to have the police chasing me. What he's talking about here is self-love.
Tasha?
I mean, when you grow up in an environment where everyone around you is making money and have it going on,
right,
but those people are drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, and you don't really have any other kind of example,
exactly,
you get caught up into what you feel is the best. And that's why I think it's so important for us to have mentorship within the urban community.
Absolutely. I want to talk pragmatically. Let's talk, okay.